Okay, doing a video here of this is a double rifle I picked up, I got in the mail today. Yeah, just really floored at what I received when I got it. Wow, I mean, this is some custom, really well made custom shit right here. I mean, somebody made this from an Ithaca 12 gauge shotgun. It's in 6.5 by 55, which is a Swedish Mauser cartridge. I'm sure you know. Try to get it underneath the light here, see it better. But I can't believe that I was able to get my hands on this thing. So I got a couple snap caps in there. As you can see, when he made it, it's not perfect. You know, it's hard to get them out. There's some extractors there, but I mean, I'm not a really big guy. I'm like 5'8" maybe, with shoes on. So as you can see, I don't have really big hands, so I can get in there, take it out, and even then, it's kind of tricky. But I mean, if you're someone with big hands, you're going to be fumbling around with that. That being said, I don't really, I'm okay with it. Like this cost me 1,500 Canadian plus tax, so 1,700 total. I had seen it at another gun store like about maybe 3 or 4 months ago, back in the spring of this year. It's 2022, November, early November, and I was interested in it, and somebody picked it up. I just didn't get to it. I wanted to go and take a look at it, and I didn't. And then another gun shop had it, and I figured, well, like they had marked it down, or the place that I just bought it from, they actually had it for less than what the original place was selling it for, which I can't really remember what exactly it was, but I think it was like 18. Could have been a bit more, but haven't. And there she is, just like that. It's better right there. You can see where the original barrels, he cut them and then put in the sleeves for the rifles. And I mean, this is some heavy duty. I mean, this isn't like a Baykal that has that fake rib, you know what I mean? Those plastic ribs that the Baykal comes with. And I'm not knocking on the Baykal. I mean, I'm just saying this is heavy. I mean, it's a heavy gun. Look at this iron sights right here. I mean, look at that. Like, it's you could drop that on the ground, and it's nothing's coming off. Nothing's breaking off. I mean, you're gonna muck it up a bit, but we've got iron sights there. Whatever it is at, like whatever he regulated it at when he made it, that's what it is. It's set up for, I'm assuming, 50 or 100 yards, and that's it. Whatever it's at, that's what it's at. And it does have screws here for a scope setup. I would assume that's you could take those screws out and put a scope on it, which is very cool. I don't know where you would get scope rings for a vent, like a rib, a barrel rib like that. But essentially, that's, I'm assuming, what those are for. Or maybe he just, it's not, unless they're plugged, like it's just plugged to not do anything and those don't come out. I'm not sure, which could, you know, it could be the case. But it's heavy in the front, but you know, it is just, to actually own a double rifle is just unreal. Like, it's just, I can't tell you how happy I am with this gun right here. I was so happy I even bought this gun right here. This, when I picked up the ammo for it, I bought this Lorona for $700, 12 gauge, fucking beautiful gun right there. So I didn't want to have a, I've had a couple side-by-sides before, but I didn't want to have a double rifle without a side-by-side shotgun. So that thing was screaming at me. Came with a friggin' thing of authenticity, like a, opened this thing up right here. It's got full documentation of the gun. It doesn't have a year, but it has a stamp, and I can't, it's just like, when I first saw that, I was like, what is this, like a new gun or something? It is, it's a new gun, but from probably like, I saw the closest thing I saw to a date was something that said 76, and I'm assuming that's what it is made in 76. But you know, it wasn't made this recently. It was the, I mean, look at this butt pad. That's from 60s or 70s probably, and just beautiful wood on that. But we'll focus on this more for a second here. And so breaks open like I showed you. Extractors, not ejectors. And at first I actually thought it was broken, and they might be. I mean, it might be. You can see the, it's just very loose there with the ejector. It moves back and it moves forward. Maybe that's exactly the way it should be, it's supposed to be, but I would assume it's supposed to come out to there, so that you can pull the rounds out easier. So if that's broken, I don't know, but you know, it's better than, like, it's not like it's gonna stop me from using it, or you know, make me want to get rid of it or something. It's just a little gripe. I mean, there's your round right there. I mean, I don't know where someone got the idea to chamber or something in that, you know, very similar to 6.5 Creedmoor probably, but it's awesome. Like, I mean, fuck, I mean, I'll take a double. I've seen like a double rifle, Merkel double rifle in 30.06 for like, you know, the 141 or whatever it is. Look that one up on YouTube. There's, you know, a guy, what's that guy's name? Jeremy or something Irish. He goes on about it. It's got like cold hammer forged barrels. Essentially, that was what I wanted prior to this, but I mean, it's just not feasible with the price. You can get I've seen a couple S2 Blosser S2s knocking around for about you know, six grand. And if I had the money, I'd get the S2 for sure. Like, you know, I know at least one place that has one. But again, that's, you know, that's a lot more than $1,500, $1,800, and even then, it's in 9.3 by 74. I saw Zoli in 9.3 by 74. That's a big round. That's a big cartridge. It's like a 375, and that's what a double rifle is supposed to be in, is a big caliber. You know, 375 is perfectly acceptable, you know, round for a double rifle without going without having too much recoil. You know, again, I've seen the 30.06 Merkel. That would have been basically the one I would have liked to get for like 3.5 or 4K or whatever it was, and somebody scooped that a while back, but that was at Prophet River, I think. You know, you can get the Baykal 4570, you can get Pedersoli double rifle 4570. That thing has a solid rib like this, and if you look up a video for that, you're gonna see it, and that's a really nice gun. Is the Pedersoli double rifle. there's a bunch of companies that make them. There's a company called Fair that makes a double rifle. There's Sabati makes double rifles. Chapuis makes double rifles. I'm trying to name the ones that aren't too expensive, and I realize they're all very expensive. Like, I couldn't afford any of them, really. Like I said, if you see an S2, like one time I did see an S2 marked down to $4,500. That was probably, it was like a markdown sale at this one place, Goebbels, and I would have actually picked that up if I had the money at the time, but it's still a lot of money. And there's a couple other random ones, like Valmet makes like an over-under. Winchester has one called the XTR, or Grand European, or something like that, and I seen that one a couple times. One time it was like maybe like 3,000 or 4,000. That's typically your going rate for the low-end double rifles. Like one time I saw a mint one, just mint condition. I can't remember the caliber, probably 9.3 by 74 again, but that's an over-under stacked. Same with the Valmet. Beretta makes an over-under one that you can get. That's you might find kicking around. Again, that's closer to $5,000-6,000 versus like your $2,000 or $3,000 options. There's just something about them that it's hard, I don't know. It's something about them. Like I haven't even shot it yet, but